What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and we welcome y'all back to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about, does a failed father turn his children into great fathers? We have a guest that's going to join us on the show right now today, and then we have a guest that may join us in a little later. But go ahead and introduce yourself to the show.
This is Big Hen from the 313.
Okay, what's up? What's good, Big Ken?
What's good, D?
Okay, right now we're gonna wait. Let me put the chat up. I'm about to open up the chat. We're gonna see who are here with us. Okay, I see BJ in the place. What up, though, BJ? We're gonna get a few more people in before we start it up. Before we get the show started, we're gonna give a shout out to today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is All Natural Tea. All Natural Tea. Check them out on TikTok and Instagram. When you don't have time to roll up, you don't want to smell like loud, check them out. They get the job done every time. All natural herbal tea. So what's been good, Big Hen? Okay, I see Shina J in the house. What up, though, Shina? We're gonna wait till a few more people come on in, and then we're gonna start it up. But what's been good with you, Big Hen, big bro? This is my bro, y'all. My brother in the house. He watching us. I mean, he in with us, gonna basically join us on this conversation.
Just looking forward to talking about what we finna talk about.
Okay. We got two people watching us right now, so I'm gonna wait till at least one more person tune in, and then we're gonna go in here and start the show up.
All right.
Yeah. I thank you too that's here watching us so far. Hopefully we'll be able to entertain you guys for a good half an hour to an hour. Don't want to keep everybody long. We know everybody got to get up and go to work the next day. I'm gonna go in here and start the show up. Okay, does a failed father turn his children into great fathers? That's the question. A lot of us men, we get flack about being bad fathers. So I want to go on ahead and ask you that question, Big Ken. Does a failed father? How do you feel about that question? Does a failed father turn his children into a great father?
I believe so because if you had a failed father, I believe that you learn from everything that he wasn't able to do for his family, and you pretty much want to do for your family. So yeah, I definitely believe that if you come from a failed father, that you probably will be a better father to your children.
Right. Go on ahead and elaborate a little bit more about that. Before I give you my opinion, what I think. Far as why do you think that your father failed that'll make you a better father?
Because it's like basically whatever your father failed in you don't want to do the same.
Right.
Basically you want to be better than your father and your mother, your parents, period, was to you. I think that that's the goal for every grown up to be better than their parents.
Okay. Yeah, and that's how I was going to lead it off. I think that's the goal. The goal is for the next generation to always try to do better than what their parents did. I think a failed father shows a lot in the household. Far as I'm just going to say all the kids, but mainly on the boys, because with the young women or the young girls, you still have the mother there to be able to show them how. A woman is supposed to live and lead her life, but when that father's not there in the house, it's kind of, what's the word? I don't want to say dreadful, but it's almost, like,
It's a void
yeah,
that's
it's a
missing
void
there.
that's missing there. You don't get the father son going to school or going to the sports games or watching you play your sports. And I'll start off like that. I'll give you guys my a little bit about how I grew up. I come from a single family household. My dad was not there. So it was a lot. It was hard trying to navigate through life. Without without a dad. Like I said, I didn't have any, not a father there to root me on throughout my sports. I played sports all through my life, from elementary all the way through college. And it was hard. But as a man, you just got to pick up and keep going. But it was a void that was missing. So, BJ, we see y'all in the comment section. We want to hear from y'all. Sean and Jay, let us know what y'all got to say about the situation. But yeah, go ahead, Big Ken. You can elaborate a little bit more on that topic. Why do you think fathers get a bad rap?
I just think that since the beginning of the time, fathers got a bad rap. It's just that uh, things happen, whereas a father might lose his job or some of that nature, and sometimes he can't do the things that he want to do that he used to do. So sometimes maybe that's the bad rap that he get. But 80% of the times, if he's the breadwinner of the house, he's going to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. And I just think that the era that we in right now, that women's right now is running a lot of stuff. So it's time for the real men to step up and take their spot back, because the the way that I was raised, like you said, we was raised without a father figure. So it's like we had to learn from uncles, and probably me and my cousin was talking about this the other day. We had to learn from friends that had fathers and mothers in the house. So you seen then that, hey, I seen my friend and the way his father treated him and his siblings, and you wish that you had that. So you make examples as you go along as a man in life from other men's. If it comes from friends, it could come from family. Like I said, uncles
Right.
and things like that. But we make our way.
Okay.
We make
You
our
know
way.
what? And I'm glad you said that. Because it's always important. Even if you don't have a father there in the house, or a father at all, it's always good to kind of find some type of role model. And we had those with our uncles. My Uncle Keith, he's no longer here with us, but God bless his soul. And my Uncle Bunky, great man, great father, husband. Um, and I just always attach myself to those guys. And throughout the summers I would spend, most of my summers hanging out with those guys. And I would see what it was to be a man, what it was to take care of your family, from those guys. Those guys were, I'm not going to say they were perfect, but they were family men. So I kind of watched how they did things, and I kind of took the good from the bad, and implemented it in my life. So I'll say that to anyone out there who don't have a father in their life. It's always good to have you know uh role models that you can look for guidance.
Right.
And I don't want to go too far off subject, but when you brought that up, that just came to mind. I got I've always had uncles, well, my two special uncles in my life that I look to, as I'm not gonna, I'll say fathers. They were very important in my life. Um, you know, at special events, they were there. They were, I guess, they were the place to void that my dad didn't do. Go ahead, Big Hen.
I was just about to elaborate on what you said. Basically, my father was around, but he wasn't around. And when he wasn't around, we had uncles that we was around that did everything that pretty much their father figures did. So we
Right,
seen examples. So we knew what a real father was supposed to be like. So I guess that's like the topic right now. We definitely
right.
had examples and seen examples through if nothing else, like we saying, our uncles. And we took that and pretty much ran with it.
Right. Yeah, because and I'll give my Uncle Keith all the credit in the world, far as with a lot of my athleticism. He was the one who honed me in on, brought me in to the gym, showed me everything that I needed to know. to get started, far as just, my boxing. So, I definitely want to give him a shouts out. I love you. I miss you. But he definitely was a main part into my life, but I'll get back on the subject about just far as, failed fathers, the, 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 the role of every father is to always do better than what your father did. So I try to live. And I'll start off saying this. I'm not perfect. I have not lived by the book, but I try to be the best dad that I can be to, all my children. When I get a call or whatever goes on, I try to make sure, that I'm there for my kids, because I know how it felt not to have a dad there, not a dad to be able to call, and my dad, he wasn't absent, like far as like not having a dad at all, but he was not there in the household. So, for the most part, he was absent. I'm not making no excuses, but failed dads, like give me can you give me a definition of a failed dad, Big Ken?
A definition of a failed dad is a dad that's not around.
Okay.
If you're not around, you can't teach me anything. I can't learn from you. So, that's the definition of a failed dad. You're not in any of my games that I might be in if I'm a young man that's playing sports. You're not in any of the parent teacher conference. You're not there to tell me, what I'm saying, what should I do if I'm being bullied? Just certain simple things like that. A failed father is a father that's not around.
Right.
I think I heard a song a long time ago. Daddy wasn't there. It was off of one movie. I can't think of the name. Austin Powers. But that's just what it is. If your daddy not there, then you look for role models in other men, whether it be the street, whether it be the TV,
Right.
whether it be the radio. You look for that because really you need it. And I just feel like hopefully that wherever you get that father figure from or that idol that you're looking up to is a good one.
Right.
So
You-
you could be that way with your children and grandchildren.
Right. And I think that's why and back to the subject, I think that's why most fathers who had fathers that was, deadbeats or was not around to do anything, those kids most of them end up to be great fathers, because they don't want to put their children or their child through the things that they went through, because a lot of people, I'm waiting on more people to chop it in. BJ, give us your thoughts on that. A lot of people, a lot of us men can, basically have a lot to say about that. Especially coming from, the African American family, in the inner city. A lot of kids grew up without fathers, so that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this topic. I think it's time for us men to get back to, being in the household, being more fathers to our children, just trying to be there. I'll let you elaborate a little bit more on that, Big Ken.
Well, I just feel like it's never too late. Long as you living, you can always be a better father.
Right.
And not be a deadbeat to your children if your father was a deadbeat to you. You just keep on living and you can keep on learning and teaching them the stuff that you learning on a daily basis. Life offer different anxieties every day. You wake up with different issues that you did from the day before. So that's the same thing that your kids need to know. Like nobody's perfect.
Right.
Deadbeat dads, you don't know what they did to become a deadbeat dad. I'm not making no excuses for it, but the lesson that you're gonna learn from this is that you don't be a deadbeat dad.
Right.
So I just
Go ahead.
my wife said she left a comment. I guess she wants you to look at that.
I'm looking at the comments. I don't see. Let me see. Let me go to the live chat. Sorry about that. I thought I was in the. Let me see. Only thing I saw from her so far is just she just said, "What up, though?" I don't see anything else in there. Let me see. Yeah, because right now I only see Shauna J and BJ in there, and they both said what up though. But and let me make sure the chat is on. Yeah, tell her to type something else in it.
She on her way up.
Okay, because I only see what up though.
Comment.
I'm gonna type in what up though back to her. But a dad is a provider, a leader, a protector, or someone who's there to catch you when you fall. And most of us growing up, we didn't have that. We didn't have that protection we needed to catch us. To tell us, when we was wrong. That's why a lot of us bump our heads, and we learn the hard way. Growing up without fathers. But yeah, tell Shauna to type something else in because I don't see anything.
She right here. She want to go. Go ahead, back.
Because I'm about to type something in just to see.
Okay, so what I was saying is not having a father in the house.
Okay, well, first and foremost, welcome to the show. Do you want me to say your name?
Oh yes.
Okay, this is my sister-in-law, Shauna Harris.
Jefferson, sir.
I mean Shauna Jefferson. I'm sorry. my bad, Shauna Jefferson.
Okay, so
I apologize, Shauna.
Say is that when when a woman doesn't have a father in the house, see, it left me insecure.
Right.
Especially even in my marriage, it doesn't help me not having a father to show me how a man is supposed to take the lead. It made me insecure even in my marriage, which makes it hard for me to follow my husband's lead.
Right.
And when you grow up like that and you see your mom struggling, it makes you not want to trust the man.
Okay.
Regardless, even if you're married. And so it's kind of like I feel like I'm an alpha female, but I got a husband who deserves to take the lead. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a father that was absent,
right,
and you had like maybe male role models, it still doesn't make a woman feel secure because you always feel like you abandoned.
Right.
That you can't trust a man, even if you're married. So that's what I had to struggle with. My real father, he didn't even want to have a relationship with me.
Wow.
Because of the fact of if my mother didn't want to be with him, he didn't want to be bothered with me. So
right.
Therefore, other men stepped in. But it still made me headstrong. Like I can't trust the man. Oh, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna talk back. I'm gonna do me.
Right.
And I think it comes from women not having a real father in the household to, lay down the law. And so I've had to live with that all my life.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for your opinion. I thank you for coming on to the show, and that was a great synopsis that you gave us. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Without fathers in the house, just like Shauna was saying, it even with females, it make them feel some type of way, insecure, not secure. Meaning that no protector. Because of, like I said, a father is a provider, a protector.
I'm gonna elaborate.
Go ahead.
On that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to elaborate. Basically, what my wife is saying is her mother. You know what I'm saying? When they not raised with a father figure around a lot, even though her father was around, they wasn't around. Kind of like a deadbeat. So her mother and the women's in her family, like she said, had to take that headstrong type of approach when it should always be the man having the headstrong approach. But when a woman has no male role model to lead her in that way, she started leading herself.
Right.
That's not the case with me because I definitely run my household, but I definitely understand why a lot of women feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have that.
Okay. And I understand that. See, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people probably thought that we were, and I'm not going to say attacking women, but we put out a lot of shows that were pertaining to women. Here at the What Up Though show, we just trying to bring awareness to what's going on in our communities, in our household, and we're just trying to bring a different type of perspective to what's going on and awareness to what's going on. I mean, we know what's going on, so I'm just trying to put it out there and out front, therefore, hopefully we can get a change in what's going on, because we get a lot, it's a lot that's going on in our community. So, I'm just trying to change that outlook, give people something to think about, so they can, take the good with the bad and may be able to, implement in their household. So I just want to get back. That's why I came up with this title today. It's a lot of absent fathers. It's a lot of fathers that.
And really, that's just it. What you said, absent fathers,
Yeah.
and deadbeat dads. If you absent, you probably a deadbeat dad because you can't,
Pretty much.
If you're not around, you can't be anything to your children.
Right. So like I said, that's what I'm doing over here. I'm just trying to bring awareness to all subjects and matter when it pertaining black people, and not just black people, just all people, so I'm just trying to and I wanted to talk about this topic because I didn't want people to keep think that we're just talking about females and that's it. I just wanted to bring awareness to what's going on and in the fatherhood. I thought this was a great title, a great subject. So like I said, I'm just waiting on other people to come in, maybe comment on this subject. So pretty much we just waiting on people to come in, Big Ken. That's it. We've been at this is 21 minutes now. So like I said, I wanted to do it maybe for a half an hour to an hour. We at 21 minutes. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, BJ, I'm waiting on BJ. BJ and a few of his friends were supposed to come in. I don't see anybody else in the chat. Let me make sure my chat and everything is up. I see the live chat.
But to all the men that's listening, that's fathers and not fathers, you don't have to be a deadbeat dad. A deadbeat dad is not characterized by the money you got. A deadbeat dad is not being a deadbeat dad is not characterized by the money that you have. Deadbeat, not wanting to be a deadbeat dad is just being there, spending quality time and teaching your children.
I agree 100%. So and say that one more time, Big Ken. That was a good one.
A deadbeat dad is not qualified. I'm getting a little tongue twisted here. A good father is not a father that comes in with $1 million that has all the money, like somebody that might have a silver spoon in his mouth. A good father, not being a deadbeat dad, is a man that teaches his son how to be a man and teaches his son how to be a productive part of society. And then, everything else will fall in line, the money, the respect for women, and everything else. I just think that deadbeat dad is just somebody that's absent from your life.
Right.
And if you're not absent from my life, you're not my father. A father is somebody that's there. So that's just how I feel about it. So, like you said, bro, we did have a father in our life. He chose to do the part of our life that he wanted to be in and out, but we did have role models. It didn't stop us. We ended up being okay.
Right.
We here. We not in prison. We still raising our kids and teaching them how to be a productive part of their children's life and society. Because you got to get out here and live with everybody.
Right. And I also want to and I want to put this in there too. Just because if you're not in a household, that doesn't make you a failed father. You can be a great father from another, from outside of the household. So I don't want any fathers that's listening to this thinking that just because you're not in a household, we're talking about the absent fathers, the fathers that's not there, the fathers that don't care. And pretty much, like I said, back to the topic, what it does is it makes that young boy that's growing up that didn't have his father, to be there for all his great accomplishments, like graduating from high school, going to college, graduating from college, playing sports or just doing, anything, any and everything you can think of, because whether we think of it or not, that's why And I'll just be upfront and say it. That's why a lot of the households, the single family households are why they are today, because we don't have fathers, we don't have no one to lead, we don't have anyone to guide our young men, so therefore our young men are learning from the streets. They're ending up, they're bumping their heads and learning the hard way. So it's important for us to be there. If we're, like I said, if we're not in a household, just to make sure we're there for our sons and our daughters. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Yep. So we've been at this for 25 minutes. I don't see anybody in the chat. Ain't nobody else said nothing. I want to wait for BJ to come in. Like I said, he wanted to come in and chime in on this real quick, but we've been doing this for 25 minutes. Ain't nobody else came in, but good conversation. Like I said, I don't want the women to think that we were always attacking them, because I did have a few titles that were pertaining to women, because I'm pretty much here to try to uplift men and try to speak for men, be the voice for men, but at the same time, I just, like I said, I just try to address, things that I see that's wrong and that's going on in our community.
I mean, I'm gonna say it like the people that we grew up listening to and believing in: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of them black great black men grew up having to go through the struggle. And I'm quite sure Martin Luther King had a father figure in his life, but I know that Malcolm X didn't. And he still became to be a great man years later down the line.
Right.
So, never say never, even if you was a deadbeat dead, it ain't too late to change.
Right. It's never too late to turn. Even if you wasn't a great father when your son was, a child, and now he's an adult, it's still never too late. You still can make a relationship. You can try to make things better and go on from there. But that part of his life, you just won't be able to get back.
Right. You definitely missed out on that part. You see it all the time.
Okay, I see perpetual movement. They just came in. Fathers are needed. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay, so we got one more person that came in. Yeah, fathers are definitely needed. So and I'm gonna ask you this, perpetual movement. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't have my glasses on, but why do you think fathers in this day and time are not as present as they used to be? And I'll say probably like in the 50s and the 60s. It seemed like to me like society is trying to do with fathers in the household, mainly black fathers. So I'll ask you that question, and why he chat that in, Big Ken out, you can go ahead and weigh in on that. Why do you think that society is trying to wing fatherhood out of our society? And I don't even just go for the black community. That's the white community too, because when you look at the commercials, you really don't even see a family anymore. You may see just a mother and children. So why do you guys think that they're trying to take the fatherhood out of the house?
Well,
That's deep. That may be another topic.
that's kind of like one of them ones you can go back years ago when they started welfare and tried to take the black man out of the family. Then you couldn't get welfare if you had a black man in the family. So I really think that it's been a plan for a long time to keep the black man out of the family. But if you believe in family and you come from a good family, that could never happen. It's always going to be needed to have a lead. If you cut the head off, the body will die, and we know that. So man is definitely needed. A woman can raise a man, but she can't teach a man how to be a man. So that's cut and simple right there. In the black families right now, it's a dire situation that we step up.
Right. You know what? And pretty much what you said about like society, it pretty much plays into the topic. It's pretty much been a plan to get the father out of the house. And for the most part, it's worked. Since I'll say since the early 70s or really the 60s, the father has not been there in the house. You know, and it's not been a good look for us, for our community, for our culture, and for our children. So that's why, like I said, I want to raise this awareness. I want to bring up this topic to try to get more fathers involved in their children's lives. Because like movement said, fathers are definitely needed. It seemed like, and I just had a topic. Well, I didn't just have a topic, but one of my first topics were why do it seem like Father's Day is swept up under the rug? Why is it not is celebrated as much as Mother's Day is? And that's deep.
Let me say this too. I think that a lot of it happened because we not the marriage in black families is not the same like it was when you got married back in the day. Family values meant a lot. It's like now the divorce rate is sky high. I think that people got to stand by their vows, and if you
Right.
stand by your vows and do the right thing, then the family gonna stay in line.
Right. But in most parts, in most situations, and I want to, before I say that, Hen, I want to read this comment from Perpetual Movement, because it doesn't make sense. We have to understand there's a purpose to all we see. It's easier to wage war and manipulate women with their primary protection of men. I agree. I agree. But back to what you were saying, elaborate on that again, Hen, because I lost my train of thought. But I agree, perpetual movement.
No, I was just basically saying, if people got married and did not just move in and shack with one another, the black men probably would mean more. It's like we just there now. I'm married, you married. It means something. And a lot of these households, the black man is just there. The woman get mad, and they break up or whatever, and the values ain't the same. I just think when you
See, and that's almost like perpetual movement said. It's almost like, to me, it seemed like our women has waged war against us. That's what it almost seemed like to me. Like when you look at certain situations, like how our women, and that's just like a few topics that we had to go, that we talked about, just like how our women speak down on us. Niggas ain't shit, we don't need a nigga for nothing, stuff like that. So yeah, it do seem like, war has been waged on, us men. But us as fathers, we definitely, we got to, like I said, step it up more, be more involved in our children's lives, be more role models to people that may not be your children. And that's how it works. That's how you build and raise strong communities.
the saying goes like this: it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
Not children, but a child, just one. So it take a lot of people to have something to do with a child to be influenceable in that child's life.
Right.
So you can be the same way as a man. You see, like I work with a lot of young men, and I can tell that they come from single parent households. They was raised by a woman, just from their conversation. And I try to say things to them and let them know, like, hey, it ain't got to be that way. And if they listen, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I definitely try to have my input on the youth as a 50-year-old man, and show them that it can be exactly what you want it to be if you just be the man that you're supposed to be, and stay focused.
Right.
Stay focused. It's not easy being a black man, but I don't want nobody to make no excuses either about being a black man. It's all about you as an individual, and your goals. And if you set your goals high, and you got somebody that's looking up to you to be a black role model, you supposed to show him all the tools that he need to be a better person. So when he has a family, that this cycle of what we got going on as black men won't continue.
Right. Okay. Perpetual movement just made another comment. Excuse me, perpetual movement. I do not have my glasses on. So fathers want to be fathers. However, a man can only fight so long. There are many things against these brothers, and sometimes they just can't fight anymore. Question is why they have to fight at all. Yeah, well, yeah, that's deep. Elaborate on that, Big Ken.
Like you said, that's deep. I mean, she almost took the words out of my mouth. It's like the problems that we go through on a day-to-day basis. I really don't think no other race go through, and I'm not trying to make no excuses for us as black men. It's just it is what it is, you know. But we still keep on going with everything stacked against us. We
Right.
still keep on going.
Yeah, because that fight, we should, like perpetual movement said, we shouldn't have to fight at all. But for our children and our kids, we're gonna keep that fight alive. We're gonna keep fighting, and pretty much that's what it's all about. It's about trying to do better than what your parents did and what your father did or your mom did. And like I said, in this subject, it goes both ways. It's not just for a man. I just titled that it that way. So but the thing is, it's always try to do better than what your parents did. Therefore um you will turn out to be a great mom or a dad, if you don't if you learn from the mistakes that your parents did. But it's always going to be a fight. We fight for everything. But I agree with you 100%. Perpetual movement. Fathers want to be fathers. However, a man only fights so long. There are so many things against these brothers, and sometimes they just can't fight anymore. Okay, perpetual movement. He just put up another one. You fighting a system, the woman, the stereotype, and some of the worst narratives. I agree. And that's why, like I said, a lot of my topics I was putting out, it was, I'm not going to say I was just homing in on what I thought was a bad, not a good look in our community. But go ahead, Big Ken. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and finish elaborating on what you were saying.
I was just listening to what you were saying, bro. You were hitting the nail on the head about what you were saying. It's we need everybody to tune in and elaborate on this. Even if we had to do another part two of this, because it's a deep subject. It's like, how deep do the rabbit hole go, far as the way that black men's and the family situation has changed over the years, and what we need to do is black men to change it so it'll stay uh positive, and we can change the narrative of the old.
All right. Okay. Well, I was trying to wait for BJ to tap in with us, but I don't think I don't think he made it home yet. But yeah, a father goes a long way. Fathers are definitely needed. Our communities has been devastated, since the 60s, because there has not been, no fathers in the house. But I'm not going to take away from the fathers who have been there in the house. I give all the credit and the kudos to the fathers who've been there. Um,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
because you have some great guys out there, like the two guys that I mentioned earlier when I first started this show. Those guys are fathers, so I commend the dads who's been there, who stood there in the household, and just been and fathers. Because we need people like you to continue to show um, the youth what it takes to be a man and what it takes to be a father. Okay, Perpetual Movement made another comment. We have no community. This is the part of the reason this issue continues to increase. I agree. There's no there's no, yeah, I agree at all. We just have in the area, you know, pretty much.
I agree 1000% because I was just making a comment. Well, I'm always making a comment when I ride in my neighborhood and I see 95% of the businesses is not black owned. You Arabic Americans coming from their country coming over here and we making them rich because we have no businesses. And that's a problem within itself. Why is it that maybe that might have to be another subject, bro? Why
Yeah,
is it in
definitely.
our own why is it in our own community we don't own nothing to show our kids that we can be just as good or better than all the other races out here with businesses and showing their kids how to become entrepreneurs and things like that. I
Yeah,
definitely think that's
and it leads back to the subject because there's no fathers in the house teaching these kids how to be like how the people who you're
skilled
talking about
trades.
who go out there and start these businesses in our communities. You know, we don't have fathers in our houses to show us that.
Right. What happened to us teaching our kids skilled trades, plumbing, electrician, you know, stuff like that. Whereas we ain't never have to worry about a job. You know,
Perpetual Movement said he want to call in. It's a way that you can call in. You would it's I would have I think I'm gonna have BJ bring you in, maybe. Are you friends with BJ? Perpetual Movement. But go ahead, Big Ken. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I'm enjoying the subject because I can go on
Okay,
and on.
Perpetual Movement just made one more and more comment. Business is taught, trade is taught, lifestyle is taught. Difference with us and all other races is outsiders don't control the narrative in their households. Deep. Yeah, I agree. You know, this is sound like one of the titles and conversations we just had not too long ago. But yeah, you know, and it's been a plan. You know, I didn't want to get that deep off into the conversation, like far as just you know what's been going on, what's the plan. But yeah, you know, it's all been a setup. That's why fathers I have been taken out of the household for everything that we're talking about, that everything Perpetual Movement is talking about, and you're talking about, Big Ken. You know, it's been what's the word that I'm looking for?
Inspiring? What?
No, it's been
I know it's
I,
enlightening because it's
no, not
inspiring.
enlightening, but the word that I'm looking for, like not a setup, but it's been wow, I can't believe that word is on the tip of my tongue. Okay, yeah, BJ. Okay, yeah. I think BJ, we was waiting on BJ to get in and he was gonna bring you in. Because I don't want you to put your number or nothing like that over YouTube or nothing like that. Our family structure has been hijacked. Yes, you know, and that started in the '60s. And this was I wish you would have came in on our last conversation, Perpetual Movement, and because a lot of this stuff we're talking about was in our last conversation that we had. But yeah, our family structure has been hijacked. You know, and that takes us back to where we at. You know, with no fathers being in the household. You know, it's been the plan. You know, and that's the word that wasn't the word that I was looking for, but I can use. It's been a plan since the beginning to take the father household. You know, and this is what we've been getting, and this is what we've got.
You know, I like to refer to a lot of Tupac saying, and it's he was a smart young man, and this was one of his words. You know, it's all a setup. You got to keep your head up because, like Perpetual Movement said, you know, we've been set up for a long time. It's all up to us as black men to come up out of this setup that we in.
Right.
Every day I try to figure out what my next move gonna be because I know that us as black people, our next move got to be our best move because when you wake up, they plotting on how to take it from you. When
Right.
you wake up,
That's a fact.
they plotting on how to change laws overnight when you sleep. You know, and this is what we got to understand as people. You know, it, the world as we know it uh, is changing every day, and you're gonna get left behind, black man, if you don't see what's going on and wake up your eyes. I mean, I was asleep, but we all got to wake up.
Right.
You know.
Yep. So I'm not gonna keep you long, Big Ken. I know you got to get up and go to work tomorrow. I got to get up and go to work. Like I said, I was trying to wait on BJ. We've been at this for 45 minutes now. I definitely thank you for coming in. And I liked all your comments, Perpetual. He just made another comment. We have to arrive at a collective understanding. We must set the tone as men. We must not make concession for our women during the transition. Respect is earned, power is taken. Facts. So yeah, we got to get back. We got to get back to we got to take our power back, and our respect back, because that's why a lot of our women talk down on us. I mean, pretty much our women, our own women even lost respect for us.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah, that's why you get I won't even start with that. That's another conversation. But yes, we definitely have to start taking power back. And that's why I'm trying to raise conversations up like that so we can change the dynamics for the youth coming up in the next generations. You know what I mean? Because for the most part, that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the youth for the next generation, because I'm not going to say it's over with for this generation, but we got a lot of work we got to get to, fathers, and we got to take back what's ours, our children and our kids.
Hello.
Yes. Yep. So is there anything else you want to add to this, Big Ken, before we end it? Let them know what you got going on.
Right now, I want to. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel called The Rabbit Hole, and it's gonna be subjects like this. It's gonna be a sister channel to my brother's channel right here. Same type of subject, serious, much needed topic. So,
Right.
I'm gonna let everybody know on your channel when that's gonna pop off. But stay tuned.
Okay. Perpetual Movement, he just made another comment. Women raised the men they don't respect. A woman can't disrespect a hold on. A woman can't disrespect a stoic soil man. We don't tolerate it. Perpetual Movement, he just made another one. Big Ken, we have to join forces. Only need this on one channel. Okay. Okay, I think that was BJ. I think BJ gonna be coming in a little bit.
Mm.
But yeah, I want to thank you. Like I said, I want to thank you again, Perpetual Movement. It's been we definitely gonna chop it up again. It's been a pleasure you coming on to the show. But yeah, fathers, we definitely got to get back to being fathers, especially to our daughters and our sons. They've been missing us in these households. We've been missing. We got to get back to to greatness. Is there anything else you want to add to this, Big Ken, before I go on ahead and end the show?
I like what Perpetual Movement had to say. That brother got a lot of insight and
Yeah, he does. He's deep.
Some things. So maybe we can get him back on the next time we talk like this.
Right. And I want to say this. When I came up with the title, normally I have a bunch of questions already written down. I did not. So we just been flowing with this off the top. So I want, like I said, we just been flowing with this off the top. I didn't have anything written down. So we were just going with this. So no editing or any of that.
You get that was just real conversation.
Right.
So, hey, we took it off the top.
And normally I do stuff like this. Normally, Perpetual Movement, we'll do sessions like this on Zoom, but a lot of people been having a hard time trying to come into Zoom. I don't know what it is, but when I put out the links and the codes, a lot of people just have problems getting in.
So we're gonna get that together because with these type of conversations, we got to have everybody insight
Right.
on what we're talking about.
Right. Okay, well, we're gonna go on ahead and end the show. It's been a pleasure. This your boy Dame D. This been a What Up Though show. And we thank everybody who tapped in, who commented. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. A lot of people have been watching the show, but they have not been subscribing. So we need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and share it also, because that's going to help us build the channel and it's going to help the channel grow. So like I said, thank you again for coming to the show and watching the show. Peace.
Peace.